Greetings and salutations, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well this evening. Tonight I've got two terrifying Dogman encounters coming to you from England. Before we get into those encounters, a couple of links I'd like to share with you as well. As you know, I'm commercial free, so I rely on my Patreon, PayPal, and merch links to support this channel and help it grow and go. Also, I have a second channel which is just for creepypastas, fanfiction, and voice acting. If that's anything that you're into, follow that link and give those stories a listen. You may just like them. And with that, guys, let's get on with the encounters, shall we? Our first encounter. Before I start, I'd like to say I'm really not sure what to call the thing, creature, figure that I experienced that day. I can only tell you what it looked and sounded like, and what happened. I have looked for answers for many years now, and although there is so much information out there on cryptids, Bigfoots, and Dogman alike, there is no definitive guide, no chart you can plot it on for an answer, or a quiz you can take to see where your score leads. You see a huge dark figure that moves not only on all fours, but also on two with ease. You hear it move through the brush and felled trees easily as if it passed through. I can say it was massive. It sounded like a cow or a moose breaking through that scrub. It moved down an embankment across the road, and it was off into a shrub to my side with ease. It moved fluidly with purpose, and I have no idea what it was. I'm in my 50s now, but back when I was a lad, I was 16, and I was lucky enough to have been given my own air rifle as a gift. There were two reservoirs where I lived then, one older than the other. I was coming from the new reservoir area using the forestry tracks going to the old reservoir area. It was around dusk. There is a high, steep bank to my left-hand side and a low bank to my right. The banks are heavily forested with lots of old logs and stumps, underbrush, brambles, and prickers. The banks would have been a nightmare to struggle through, and there were clear-cut level gravel paths making easy travel. So I couldn't quite believe it when I heard something crashing through the undergrowth, keeping up with me with ease. It was huge. Well, it sounded huge, cow-sized at least, smashing things out of the way and moving through the jumble of logs and rotten wood without any problem at all. I felt shadowed. I couldn't even tell if it was going from 2 legs to 4 back down onto 2, whatever worked best for moving it forward. I was getting pretty scared at this point. I could not think what could be doing this, and to be honest, without thinking, I put a pellet in the air rifle. Now, most lads will tell you that there is a double bullet technique that's sometimes done to make a louder crack when fired. And this is what I did. I loaded one pellet as normal, then put another down through the barrel, and I pointed it in the general direction of the noise and fired, without even thinking about it. Crack! All goes quiet, nothing, not a sound, and then I hear it moving again, about 30 feet in front of me now. I keep going as I can't head back, and whatever was shadowing me would come really close, making a lot of noise, and then pull back, move close, pull back, over and over, and I was really scared. As I got parallel to the old reservoir, it was ahead of me in the brush, and then I saw it, as it emerged from the undergrowth onto the road and crossed briefly. It was really dark and bulky, and I couldn't see many details or make out its face. It then dropped onto all fours and was gone in seconds into the brush and scrub. Even seeing it with my own eyes as it approached and went past me on the road, I was still disbelieving what had happened. I kept telling myself it was not happening. Whatever crossed the road was around 8 or 9 feet tall. It was very tall and very bulky, but it moved with ease and had no problem walking on 2 legs. I don't remember what it did after that. Every time I would think about it that night, I would tell myself it never happened. It was impossible. Back then, if I had known the world, I would have said it was a Bigfoot. But then you hear about so many other cryptids. It could be like Dogman or I don't know. I can't be 100% sure now of what it was. I just know I saw something huge, dark, upright on 2 legs, and then it moved with ease on all 4. Something that cannot be explained. Our second encounter of the evening. I live in a small town in Devon, just south of Dartmoor, and there have been many sightings of what appear to be werewolves in the field near here and up onto the moors themselves. The most known sighting was in 1996 by Emily Watton. She was walking her dog, a collie, and a Labrador Springer Spaniel across on the moor in the early October when the dogs started going crazy. Then both at the same instant turned around and started trying to run in the opposite direction Emily was heading. Emily kept hold of their leads and, while trying to turn the dogs around, saw this huge creature about 7 to 8 feet tall running towards her. It was wolf-like, but the 4 legs were much longer and chest much deeper. It was covered in fine black, gray, and brown fur and hair brilliant yellow eyes. The snout was long than either of her dogs, and she could see fangs. When the creature opened its mouth, she started to run, but the creature was, in her estimation, at least 4 times faster than she was. When the creature got about 20 feet from her, the dog suddenly turned and started barking at it. Emily kept running, but as she looked over her shoulder, she saw the creature stand on its hind legs, grab the 2 dogs, then throw the collie onto the rock and rip out the Labrador Spaniel's throat. When she got back to town, she told her husband what had happened, and she was taken to the hospital. I'm not sure what happened to her after that, but I was told that she had died of shock that night. The encounter where Emily had seen this Dogman, the area is called Wistman's Woods. Here's a little bit of information about that area. A farmer reported encountering a strange dog-like creature on his land. It resembled a Great Dane, though it had a snout like a pig's, and only slits where its eyes should have been. The creature ran away only when the farmer had shouted at it. Not too far away, of course, is the infamous Wistman's Woods. What happened in Wistman Woods? Wistman Woods on Dartmoor is a very nice place. Many years ago, I learned that Dartmoor was originally covered in miniature oaks, which brought me to research the area itself. As an avid fan of the unknown, I started looking and researching. On many camping trips there as a young one, I used to find strange structures made from rocks and wood, a design like a mounded grave, lean-tos, and also trees bent to form X's. I've also been and looked around the caves in the area of Wistman Woods and didn't stay in front of them for very long as I felt I was being watched. Later in life, I started to think about these things and read reports and forums and web pages about the wild men living in the moorland, Bigfoot. Many people think of me and others that research and have had encounters raving mad. As a child and a teenager, I have had many dealings with strange going-ons on Dartmoor. Things that can't be explained. being watched and feeling like something's very near. Dartmoor is a very wild place and could hold more than black cats, etc. You never know who or what is around you. The black cat, infamous black cats, have been reported in the UK. I may be doing a little expose on them very soon. There's been some in upstate New York where I live as well. Now, back to the Wistman Woods. The wood is also said to be the kennels of where the diabolical whist hounds are kept. These are a pack of fearful hellhounds who hunt across the moors at night in search of lost souls and unwary travelers. It is said that they are huge black dogs with red eyes, huge yellow fangs, and an insatiable hunger for human flesh and souls. I really enjoyed those little stories there. I don't know about you, but I love Dogman Encounters. Well, I know you guys love Dogman Encounters, but I love English Dogman Encounters. The Black Dogs of Leeds. You know, they freak me out, man. I'll always recall a time, and I made a video of it a while ago, where we were playing with a Ouija board, and after that I had a dream of getting chased by hellhounds. They're just so scary. And then Led Zeppelin, they did a song where the hounds of hell are howling. Just English hellhounds freak me the fuck out, man. Wow, guys, you get cold chills thinking about it. Black dogs, huge red eyes, yellow fangs, just ripping you apart. Eesh. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed these. I will definitely be having that video out tomorrow with interviewing the person that had a Dogman encounter in my area. Now, when I say interview, it's not him and I speaking. It's he emailed me. I haven't spoke to this person in 20 years. We didn't even really speak in school. He found my channel one day, I don't know how, and heard my encounter and sent something in, and I know you guys will enjoy his Dogman encounter. So that'll be up tomorrow. Thanks guys for listening. Sorry for the voice. I'm fighting a nasty cold, and I hope you guys are all well.